Investigators Jim Hoffer digs up months of safety records, and experts say they show a history of trouble. It's a story you'll see only on Eyewitness News. And good evening again. I'm Diana Williams.
And I'm Sade Better-in-Law. 4 people died in December's crash, and tonight the history of violations being called a red flag by one safety expert.
The investigators Jim Hoffer is in the newsroom right now with his exclusive report. Jim?
Here's what our investigation found, but on average, every 8 weeks for a year and a half, a Metro-North engineer operated a commuter train so unsafely it led to their suspension and a temporary loss of their certification to operate a train. In the 18 months leading up to the fatal derailment, Metro-North engineers racked up repeated safety violations that could have led to collisions. Documents we've obtained through Freedom of Information show the railroad suspended 10 engineers for up to 61 days for serious safety infractions. 9 of the engineers were suspended for passing through a red stop signal.
Someone should have been alerted and said, we have to do something.
Former supervising inspector for the Railroad Administration says 9 red light violations is an unusually high number, considering that each one is a potential accident.
That's how serious the red light violations are. The potential for disaster is in every one of them.
7 of the 9 red light infractions took place at Grand Central Station, where trains move at slow speeds. Even so, a collision there could be serious.
They could side collide and cause many injuries to passengers that would be on board.
2 violations took place on main rail lines. In this case, the engineer on the New Haven line received a 30-day suspension after he passed through a stop signal while switching onto another track. Had another train been coming?
Yes, the obvious. There would have been a collision and the loss of life.
The union representing Metro-North engineers says most of the signal violations took place at slow speeds and without damage or injury. The union's general chairman adding that they are working with the railroad to reduce these violations going forward. No signal violation was involved in the fatal Metro-North derailment, but human error on the part of a drowsy engineer has been blamed. These 10 suspensions leading up to that derailment, experts tell us, were red flags that should have alerted the railroad to serious training problems with engineers.
There's an unsafe culture involved here if engineers repeatedly get involved in red signal violations.
In response to our investigation, an MTA spokesman says riding Metro-North is far safer than driving a car. He adds that the agency is cooperating fully with the Federal Railroad Administration in an extensive review of safety practices and procedures. Now remember, if you have an issue you need investigated, please give our tip line a call, 877-TIP-NEWS. You can also email us at the.investigators@abc.com. Sade?
Jim, thank you.